Hey everyone, yes, I do sound like a 45-year-old chain smoker right now, but I do apologize, but I did want to take some time to let you know about a wild article that is going to be spreading around the internet for the next couple of days, I am sure. FiveM on console is going to be the headline of many of these articles, and I'm here to kind of like give my 2 cents on it and primarily be very skeptical about it. Before we get into my skepticism as to why, allow me to go through the information itself. Project Soundstage is a part of Rockstar's broader vision for the future of GTA Online, which significantly involves user-generated content through new Rockstar's proprietary modding tools. Ex-workers have reported that the project is called Rome, the Rockstar Online modding engine. This obviously can also be seen from Rockstar's latest push over the last couple of months, if not a bit longer than that, with the community series actively promoting that, making more updates to the Rockstar creator itself so people can make their jobs and have more tools available to them. So I guess, something along these lines would make that step, logical. That's on my opinion here. As some of you might also remember, a couple of weeks ago I posted a video with Tess posting about the public mission creator having been found within the game files with the bottom dollar bounties DLC, which obviously further enhances this type of speculation and or information. This is also highly likely connected to this Rockstar project that they're working on, according to the sources that remain to be anonymous, the usual shebang. Both of these projects are being worked on by Rockstar themselves and not by the FiveM team. Reports indicate that a significant numbers of workers are dedicated to the project, with early discussions of this surfacing just under a year ago. Other than that, the article does a lot of speculation and giving their own takes on what it possibly this could be. In my humble opinion, folks, I don't think that FiveM itself is going to be making its way to the consoles. There's a few reasons for that. First and foremost, the console makers themselves. As some of you might remember, with the launch of Fallout 4, Bethesda also allowed you to make your own mods, use mods and that sort of stuff on console. But this was primarily a thing on the Xbox consoles and not on the PlayStation consoles, because PlayStation doesn't like you to have fun. This obviously would create a lot of difficulties for Rockstars to get something like FiveM on console. Another reason is that FiveM and the way it works, it's all player-hosted servers, right? So if you, for example, want to create your own server on FiveM, you have to host it yourself. And FiveM itself is probably best explained as a bit of a web browser, right? Let's say you go to Google to play a certain server, you go to YouTube to play a different server, etc., etc. It's just a list of servers you can click and connect to, and that's pretty much it. I guess the other explanation is like you would on a Battlefield game, for example, or any sort of other game that just has a list of servers you can connect to. That's pretty much what FiveM is. It doesn't host those servers themselves, it's all done by players. So a concept like that wouldn't make any sense on console for that particular reason, at least not to me. So the alternative to that, with not having to deal with Microsoft and Sony to having to, make sure that they're within the rules and make sure you heavily moderate everyone so that Sony and Microsoft don't have to worry about any sort of nasty things happening on their servers, you have to do it in-game. Now this is also another problem, because Rockstar and or GTA Online does not have a setup like you would have in a Battlefield game, so that wouldn't make any sense. Thus you're left with, I guess, what would be the most logical sense, the logical thing that was going to happen, and that is an update to the in-game and current mission and or job creator in GTA Online. And that is, in my opinion, probably the main thing that's going to happen, because it doesn't make any sense for Rockstar to replace FiveM that currently has, 200,000 to 300,000 daily users, if I'm correct with that. Like, it is massively popular. It has like triple the amount of people playing on FiveM compared to the PC version of GTA Online. Like, it doesn't make any sense for Rockstar to replace FiveM. Am I saying that something like this is impossible? No, but I am highly skeptical that FiveM is going to be making its way to console. Could there be something like this happening in GTA Online? Sure, nothing is impossible. However, if it were to be a thing, it's nothing going to be on the scale of FiveM. I don't think you're going to be seeing like custom-made RP servers and that sort of stuff, because that's a whole different ball game that requires a whole heap of other things. And I think RP on consoles itself, yeah, if I have to start doing RP through PlayStation 5 controller microphones, I might as well just fucking shoot myself. But yeah, that is just kind of my 2 cents on it. I broke down all the actual facts that were in there. A lot of it is also speculation, so if you're reading it for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can read it for yourself too. But a lot of it is also like speculation, so do take this stuff with a big grain of salt, because everyone is currently saying that this is a fact, whereas as far as I'm aware, it is not. Thank you for watching, everyone. Leave a like, subscribe, and become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, and Notorious Jam. And I'm going to bed because it is 5 a.m.